Should men over 40 take testosterone?
There's a lot of controversy and interest about men over 40 taking testosterone. And before I go on a dissertation here, I want to say that you should always consult with a medical professional before starting any type of hormone or peptide protocol or anything like that. You want to get labs before you start and then throughout the process so you know where you're at. And also, there's a lot of reasons why men can have naturally suppressed testosterone. Sometimes, this is a weird example, but it's true, a lot of fighters, like in the UFC, you see their bodies really change over time in the latter part of their career. It's not just that they're older, it's from taking a lot of damage to the prefrontal cortex, and it damages your brain and your endocrine system, and your body just doesn't produce testosterone as it used to, and it should, often prematurely. So that's one thing that can happen from other traumatic brain injuries and CTE and things like that from other sports as well. Sometimes it's dietary. Sometimes it's stress because the cortisol levels get high and it messes up the other hormonal balances. It can be congenital. It can be dietary. It can be that lack of exercise. Some of the things that will boost it naturally are like squatting, deadlifting, and sprinting, getting sunlight. There's some research showing that red light therapy and the right nanometers can also improve natural testosterone. So first, this is also why you want to get labs done. Where are you naturally? And then the doctor, he or she, or if you're working with a physiologist, a dietitian, a coach, or whoever, they all need to work together and kind of figure out, what are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? What are you missing? But you want to enhance it as much as you can naturally first, because that's going to change a lot of other biomarkers and move them hopefully in the right direction as well. Then you have your baseline, you can figure out where you're at. Then if needed, you can do supplemental testosterone. There are many different types of testosterone that a man can take. Probably, at least in the United States, it depends on, other countries do different things, but in the United States, the most common type is an injectable testosterone cypionate, which is an intramuscular injection, probably done once a week. And it is often done at a medical office, or oftentimes the person doing it, the patient, will learn how to do the injection themselves. They'll do it in the deltoid, sometimes in the quad, which I can't imagine feels very good, or in the hip. So those are the options. But you have to get a lot of lab work done. You have to know what's going on. And here's the other thing that is kind of sad and frustrating, I guess. A lot of medical doctors don't understand hormone therapy. They don't get it. They didn't study it in terms of men's andropause, which is similar to women's menopause, and they don't think it's necessary. They think it causes a bunch of problems. There was a study done many decades ago, and I can't remember exactly. You can Google this and find out the details. But it was talking about how it adversely affected a lot of blood chemistry for men. Now, too much, too soon, wrong stuff, big stacks, yes, you can have problems. But really what you want to do is figure out where you were like in your late 20s and just get back to that level and just kind of hover, right? But that study now is known to be inconclusive. It was a small study group, and a lot of people don't refer to that anymore, unless you're sometimes an older physician who hasn't done the new research in longevity, anti-aging, and men's longevity care. They just don't know it, so they think it's something bad, which is weird to me, because women's hormone replacement, bioidentical or otherwise, has been done for years for women who are peri or postmenopausal, and they're having a hard time. And estrogen, progesterone, sometimes testosterone makes them feel and function a lot better. But somehow for men, it was like this taboo or something, or people think you're cheating. Well, if you're in a sport that tests with USADA, that's basically the Anti-Doping Association, and you do it, then you're cheating. If you're doing it to optimize your health, you're not cheating, you're optimizing your health. And you'll feel better, you'll function better, you'll perform better.